Ready to go? Yeah, we're getting quite the green thumb, huh, BD?
See, you found new seeds. Plant one, and I'll tell you all about it.
Now, let's switch it up, BD. Then we have a new type of plant. Wonder if Peely has something to say about it. Time to move things around.
Wonderful. New seeds. Plant one. I'll share its details.
Let's plant this here.
A new specimen? Fascinating. Finish planting it, and I'll tell you what I know.
Gotta find you a new home. All right, ready to do some gardening?
The more you plant, the more you bond.
A new plant. Bet we can learn more from Peely. This seems like a good place for it. Garden's looking kind of respectable.
Excellent! A new species. Plant it. I'll explain it to you.
Here, BD. Let's plant this here.
I see you found new seeds. Plant one, and I'll tell you all about it. A Kobo spiker. The name says it all. protection from predators, and quite effective. The flower is most intricate and beautiful, but its spines are so sharp that it is best observed from afar. That fire pineapple will bloom, I am sure of it. Cut past the roots, and the fruit beneath is quite delicious, if you can endure its pungency. A pine fern! Delightful! Its foliage shifts colors with the temperament. Quite dazzling. I wonder what color it will display on Kobo. Oh, hello.
Oi, Cap! Heard you gave Ravis the sack. You know you weren't the first to take a swing at that Gendai. Ever hear about Toll?
I don't think so.
Oh, real poet with a pickaxe. A while back, she comes across this load of priorite, the biggest you ever saw. Like a sky full of grinning stars. Of course, then your Ravis shows up, built like a bloody cargo barge, and tells her to get scarce. But Toll, the old nutter, she goes and takes her plasma torch to the Gendai. Of course, poor Toll don't last 10 seconds. But I guess sometimes a find like that's worth fighting for, eh?
Yeah, well, sometimes the payout isn't worth the price.
Maybe. But it's just like the prospectors say. Better a broken pick than a rusted one. Do wish you could have met old Toll. Bit loony, but with real heart.
Sounds like it.
Ah, lad! Cast your eyes over this beauteous tank.
Glad you came around to it.
Didn't he make a fetching first impression? Have a mind to give it a third scrubbing. Cleaning the filter, you'd think someone tried to crab a mollusk through a sieve.
Oh, can't unhear that.
Where were we? Ah, yes. By virtue of my prodigious fishing talents, I was taken to see the mysterious one they call Undone. I can see it still. Wee scuba, ushered into yon black-mouthed cave. I could barely make out the figure, glinting with moonlight. I scrubbed my eyes, like a old tar scrubbing the deck. And there she was, a vast creature. Great tentacles blooming from her blubber, like cables gorging on a fuel tank. One of the tentacles twitched into the air, just over my head, and then, wham! Right on the noggin, so I'm told. I staggered out the cave like a lover first acquainted with the deck. But something else happened. I think when that fell tentacle struck me, Undone took something straight out of my brain and put something else in.
She put something in your brain?
Aye, boy. The subtle art of catching a fish. The art of focus. And in the dark, with nothing but the bristles on your chin for company, that focus is special. From that day forward, when I plunged my line into the frigid waters, it would emerge with a fish. 3 times out of 7.
That's less than half.
My village told me that I'd be the one to save them from the great fish famine. Little did I know that the grapnel was soon to arrive on our shores.
Gonna assume that's a bad thing.
Perhaps, lad. And perhaps not. But that'll be a story for another time. warned of the grapnel's arrival. That great ship came descending on us like an anchor cutting the deep. Ne'er a more fearsome ship did you clap eye on. She was sharp, like a fish, like the nose of a bony fish. She had 3 great claws. Aye, the landing gear, but when her great jaws parted... Aye, the loading ramp. Will you hush and let Scuba tell the story? Her great jaws parted, disgorging her dread crew. A more vile pack of fisher folk you never did see. And led by the vilest of them all, Captain Wanyek Wet, the bearded, bezel-less bat that he intended to fish in our waters. Trophy hunters they were, in search of the most rare catches. Well, we Sikavians refused. We had the great famine to contend with, see? Every fish was precious. But the ferocious captain didn't care for our troubles. With a belch, he produced from his creel a mighty harpoon. Wait, cried wee Scuba, hopping off of his rock. I know these waters like the taste of my own tongue. There'll be few fish beneath yon ice. But, continued I, if you take me with you, and if you leave my village be, I could show you how to coax the rarest of fishes onto your line. Aye. The dread captain stroked his briny beard. After a long moment, he held out his hand and grinned most terribly. Lord, said he, you be in luck. I'll be requiring another for my crew, one who knows the curve of the sea. Oh, Cal. If I could only go back to that moment when I shook Captain Wet's rigid hand. If only I'd never stepped off my wee rock. But my encounter with Undan had given me a taste for the unknown. I couldn't resist the call of adventure, and I had to save my people. So, I left with the grapnel, thinking the business done. I would be a fisher for Captain Wet. Of course, my adventure had only begun. For just when the grapnel hit orbit...
More trouble, I take it?
Ah, but I've havered on long enough. I come back another time and I'll...
With Ravis dead, the Bedlam Raiders have been wounded. This makes them dangerous.
They weren't exactly harmless before.
No, they were not. I will look after the outpost. The Raiders may strike if they think we are vulnerable.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
I know you will, and I will be waiting.
Z, got any advice on confronting Dagon?
Well, in my day, I did watch him spar countless times. A ferocious warrior, that one, with a keen instinct for recognizing weakness. So don't show any.
If only it was that easy.
I know. Why is it our enemies always seem to be the ones to exploit our failings? Care to see what I've found? That could be a favorite. Remarkable, isn't it? You seem to appreciate this.
Can't go wrong with this.
Certainly, Cal. Until we meet again.
Come on in, grab a spot at the bar.
enticing with today. Huh. See ya. There's Mr. Popular. A bounty hunting droid named Rez is stomping around the forest array. Don't bother squaring up. Light on your feet, you'll dance around that rust bucket.
Hey, Monk.
Good to see you, Cal. Gotta hand it to you, Cal. Wherever you go, the action surely follows.
Hey, you wanted customers, right?
That I did. The place is packed. And if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna need a bouncer.
Well, maybe Mosey's looking for some extra income.
Interesting prompt. Put my life in someone else's hands? It'd be Mosey's.